All right, so I'm going to talk about the time when I was stationed in Sacramento at McClellan Air Force Base, actually stationed out at the receiver site, but anyway, that's not what the story's about. So, in, I think it was about 1973 or 4, we had moved into an apartment where we actually lived in a little house next door to this apartment complex, and we were managing the apartment. There was 2 rows of double-story apartments, so two stories where there was a top and bottom apartments, and I think there was like 24 apartments altogether. Anyway, we were managing the place, and one of the people that lived there was a young lady that became really good close friends with Carol, and that was at the time that Carol was pregnant with Tammy. And so I guess it was 73 or 74. Anyway, we got to be such close friends that we actually named our daughter Tamara after this person. So Tamara Koskela was her name. She told us that her name, her dad had actually misspelled the name on the paperwork that they gave him, and I guess it was supposed to be Tamara, Tamara, but he just spelled it Tamra, and so Carol, being a close friend with her, we decided to name our daughter Tamra, just like her namesake, and so that's how our daughter became named Tammy. Tamra, we always called her Tammy. Anyway, after we had moved from Sacramento and had been a couple of years, we were in Germany, and then we were stationed in San Bernardino, and then I got out of the service and was working at Hughes Aircraft, and we had lost track of Tamara. I hadn't heard from her in quite a while. I don't know whether the last letter was we didn't write something or she didn't write something. We always did Christmas cards, I believe, but never really talked to her much, and so we lost track of her. And somewhere around 1995, or between 1995 and 2000, we were having phone problems, and I was calling, got a hold of a troubleshooter, whatever they call them, and we'll walk through the problems. I can't even remember what the problem was, but something with the Air Force, the phone and AT&T. Well, Tammy worked at AT&T, so I've been talking to this lady who was helping me through these questions, and we finally got it straightened out. And then she said, "Can I ask you a question? Is your wife's name Carol?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Did you live in Sacramento in 1973, 74 or so?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "This is Tamara Koskela." What? So we hadn't heard from her in 15, between 15 and 20 years. And all of a sudden I'm in Los Angeles, she's in Sacramento, and I get her as the assistant, the agent, helping us walk through this problem we were having with the phones. And so that was a very interesting thing. Again, I hadn't heard from her in like 15 years or so, and all of a sudden turns out that she's helping me on the phone from Sacramento. Anyway, so we got a hold of her, and then of course Facebook came along, and then of course that gives you an excuse to keep contact with somebody and get to know all about their life without having to be personally involved in it. And we found out that she had been married and had adopted 2 kids, and she found out that we had 4 kids, including the second one, which was named after Tamara, after her. And anyway, so that was kind of an interesting story. Anyway, all right, talk to you later. I started telling this story because of something that happened, and now I have to unfortunately let you guys know that Tammy Koskela was suffering from ALS, and the news is that she passed away on July 25th, just last Friday, and so that's what reminded me of the story. And I had intended to mention that during the story, but it was so fun telling that story that I forgot to mention that. Anyway, all right, that's an addendum.